I just wanted to introduce myself real quick. My name's Tanya Crosby, and I am a health and wellness coach, and I'm going on my 7th year. And the reason why I said yes to coaching was completely different than what I experienced over the last 7 years. So let me just take you back just a little bit. I came on in the beginning because I had inflammation and arthritis in my knees, and I also had just had a son that was diagnosed with celiac disease. And so I came across a friend who had lost some weight, and she told me that this helped with both of those. So I thought, okay, why not? So I tried the program, and of course the nutrition is phenomenal and outstanding, and I saw the benefits of it right away. But over the last 7 years of being able to step into people's world and really get to know their pain points and what it is that they're coping and dealing with, it has put me into a whole different space in seeing what overall health and wellness can look like. And so we developed a group called Limitless because it's more on the emotional side to health. Because I know when people start to make behavior changes that a lot of things start to surface. And so our idea is to really get to the root of people's problems and help them have the tools to really dig out. But I also know that without community, it is an uphill battle. So we have this group that we call Limitless, where we come together and we get to really love on people as we're all making changes, because health is ongoing. And I'm still always trying to get better in my health and in my habits. And so, excuse me, so we found this amazing tool to be able to help move people forward. And that is my passion, and that's what I hope to see develop and move on and just change generations down the road.
Hi, I'm Susan Shearer. I started this program in the middle of January. The reason I started was I needed to lose weight, and I have been trying for quite some time to get it off. I have struggled through my entire life, up and down. I'd get it off, I'd put it back on, and I felt like this is my last resort of being able to hopefully get it off. I didn't have a lot of expectations for it, but I was hopeful. So I talked with Jacinda, my coach, and we came up with the 5-in-1 plan, and she was very encouraging to me on what I needed to do and how I needed to go about the program, and to make sure that I got into the books and really just kept reading those and studying them and coming up with visions and goals for myself. So I did. I got into that, and with that, I have now lost 18.5 pounds, which I am super excited about. I can't wait to see the rest of my transformation, but most importantly, to stay there with weight management. But what I didn't realize with this program is that I would also get to learn a bunch about myself. I know I've done some self-searching and some self-work throughout the years, and I thought I was in a really good place, which I am, but I saw that there's so much more for me to do to make these goals reality, not just with weight management, but all across the board with my mental health and good surroundings and good sleep. So I encourage each one of you to keep up with the program, and thank you, Jacinda, for always being there for me and encouraging me.
Hey everybody, how are you? Just going to take a couple minutes here and just kind of share some of my story with you. So about 4.5 years ago, I was miserable. Couldn't sleep. I was starting to deal with sleep apnea at night. My wife says I snored a lot. Not sure if that's quite the case, but I'll take her word for it. But more than anything, it was just miserable in how I felt. I'd come home from work, sit down on the couch, start watching TV and fall asleep. Had no energy at the end of the day. If I sat down at all during the day, I had to take a nap. And the thing that kind of tipped me over the edge was I went on a 17 mile hike with my 2 boys on a Boy Scout trip, camping trip, and that about killed me. And I just thought, I do not want to live this way. and it was so hard to get to that point, knowing that that was my reality and what I was going to be missing out on with my kids and my family. So about 4.5 years ago, I made the step to make some changes in my life, and what a blessing it has been. Over about 10 months, I dropped 90 pounds, and over the last 3.5 years, I have kept the majority of that off. Haven't been perfect at it, but and we've had a lot of life happen. Those of you who know our story, we lost a son in that time, and that learned how to deal with the emotions of that, and just what a blessing it's been to have support and people reaching out to help us through this journey. And that's really what it is. The weight loss has been great, but what I've been able to learn about myself and about my possibilities has been even better. So if you're thinking about this, do it. Love y'all. Bye.
Hello, all Optavia friends. This is like take 6 here. This is my 2-minute story. Mine starts with my husband, Ron, actually, and he decided to take his health back. This was in the fall, I think October of 2016, and he promptly started feeling better, was losing weight, and I was holding out because I didn't think I had that much to lose. And then I happened to see that picture, that one picture that I looked at and said, that's really me. That's what I look like. That's how I feel. And I was feeling, of course, just not too great because I wasn't eating very good, wasn't taking care of myself. And so I jumped in. Ron became a coach. I was his first client, probably his worst client. And we helped each other over the next few months. And about 3.5 months later, I was down 32 pounds. Felt better than I had in years. I was almost down to my wedding date weight and just was feeling so good with energy. And that was, and then I started helping Ron out with the coaching, and we started getting more involved, and it's been such a huge blessing in our lives. We feel better than we ever have. We've been blessed in so many other ways. We've met wonderful, amazing people through this program. And that is where our story is right now. Back to you all.
Hi, I'm Brittany Vogenthaler. When I was a kid, my dad taught me that if you want to be successful, you do good things and do them with confidence, and people will follow. And that was a great life lesson that led me all the way up to an executive level banking position. When I joined banking, my good thing was working hard, and people did follow. They followed me right into the toxic environment of compliance and risk management, which was my chosen specialty. They followed me into 80-hour work weeks and no lunches and limiting my life to essentially nothing besides work. I was living a double life. At work, I was the person with energy and patience and the one who could put everything aside to stop and solve anything for anyone. When I got home, I was a tired mom, a lazy spouse, a flaky friend, and I was not likely to get out of my pajamas and leave my house without the promise of great food and wine. The pain that I have that led me to Optavia is actually my self-inflicted pain. Not the pain of car wrecks and autoimmune disorders that I can do nothing about, but the one that I should have been able to do something about. The stress that I managed and maintained and basically stopped managing. I thought that leaving my banking position would change my life and let me focus on what was important and reduce that stress. But 2 years later, when I hit page 12 of my life book, I realized I hadn't changed myself in my mind for health and weight loss. Rocks, pebbles, and sand. I still had my jar ready to be filled with pebbles, not the rocks that really mattered. And so a month into Optavia and really putting myself and my efforts towards changing my mind and not just my body, I jumped on and I bought my coaching kit because this is the good thing that I want to do with confidence and have other people follow. Thank you.
Hey guys, my name's Timmy, and I'm approaching 55 years old this year, and I'm finally getting control of my weight in my life. My story starts when I was literally about 4 years old. There's a saying that the camera adds 10 pounds, and I heard that saying all the time because I did commercials and TV work when I was younger. And every time my parents would take me up to my agent's office, they would say, hey, you need to lose 5 or 10 pounds, Timmy. And that started literally when I was in elementary school. And I wasn't overweight. I was just an average kid. But I needed to be a skinny mini, I suppose, to be successful in the business. And a lot of pressure was put on me. And I took it to heart. When I got married and pregnant 3 months later, I weighed 123 pounds at 5'5", and my husband told me I was overweight. And when I got pregnant, he said, hey, just because you're pregnant doesn't mean you literally need to eat for 2 and get fat. So what did I do? I became a closet eater. I ate things when he wasn't around because I figured what he didn't know wouldn't hurt him, but it hurt me. And after years of abuse from him, I definitely put on weight, and that wasn't okay. I'm now married to a wonderful man who loves me for everything I am, so that's great. About 7 years ago, I lost my dad to cancer. A few years after that, I lost my mom. I lost my brother the same year I lost my mom, and so being unhealthy is just not an option for me. I need to be fit. I have 2 beautiful grandchildren, 2 daughters that I love dearly, and I want to be here for the long term for them. I want to have the energy to go out and wrestle and play and go for bike rides and do all of the fun things that grandparents get to do with their kids. So I need to get fit, I need to get healthy. I also decided around my 50th birthday to celebrate each year by doing something challenging. So far to date, I have done a half marathon, 1 and done. I also rode my bike across the United States, which was awesome. I rode my bike in the Iron Horse here in Durango. And this year I am going to be doing a triathlon with 2 other friends where we're doing it as a relay, and I'm going to take on the bike riding, so that will be fun. It's only 15 miles, but I've never done anything as a race, so usually I just participate. Anyways, being fat, being unhealthy, it's not an option any longer, and Optavia has been a great option for eliminating that from my life. I'm super excited to be here with you guys this weekend, and I look forward to getting to know you all a little bit better and make some great friends. Thanks.
Hi, my name is Stacy Maxwell, and I joined Optavia in 2019. I have a wonderful coach, Jacinda, who first presented me this program in 2019 when we were working in the office together. I had a very successful 4 months with the program. It was amazing. I felt wonderful. I had energy. My skin looked good. My body looked good. And then the pandemic hit and I had a setback. And, you know, I kind of went into the survival mode of taking care of my family, taking care of my work, my job, and just making sure that I was able to provide for everybody else instead of myself. I finally, in January, was able to connect with Jacinda. I followed her on Facebook and just saw the wonderful things that she was doing for people, and I really knew that I needed to get back on track and get back to that feeling of joy that I had when I first started the program. And I was able to, you know, start again and determine what my why was. You know, 2020 was hard for a lot of people. And it gave me a new vision on what my why was and what it's going to be. This book has been tremendous in my success and my mindset in taking a different approach to a health journey. Along with the community that Jacinda and other leaders have put together to make our team successful has been wonderful, and I'm excited to continue that and see you guys and work with you guys and see everybody's successes. Have a great time.
Hi, my name is Heather Klatt, and I'm a mama of 2. My kids are pretty much young adults, and ever since I had children, I really struggled with my weight. I've tried all kinds of diets, exercising. I love to exercise, bike, hike. I could never keep off 20 pounds at a time. My weight just kept creeping back up and up and up. I was disappointed with myself every time I looked in the mirror, and I hated what I saw. And recently I just decided there's something I have to change. A girlfriend of mine approached me about Optavia, and I thought, what do I have to lose? So it has been the best decision I have ever made. I've lost almost 40 pounds now, and I am so excited about how I look in the mirror, how my clothes fit, how I personally feel like emotionally with myself. I didn't do this for anyone but myself. My husband loved me, my kids loved me just the way I was, told me I looked absolutely fine at almost 200 pounds. I did not feel good about myself. So after losing almost 40 pounds, I have gained so much. I'm so much happier about how I look, how I feel. I have so much energy. I love that the program provides me with the food and nutrition and vitamins that I need, that I don't even have to worry about it. They've taught me what portion control is and what a healthy portion is. I love that they supply all the tools I need to be able to keep this off after I reach my goal. I've learned how I can keep myself in this happy, healthy weight. I know I haven't reached my goal, but I'm going to reach my goal. I only have about 19 pounds to go, and I've never felt better. So thank you so much. Have a great day. Thanks.
Hi, my name is Karina. I'm a middle school teacher in Aurora, Colorado, and this is a little bit about my story. I grew up in Mexico, and I moved to the U.S. about 13 years ago. I'm happily married. I have 2 wonderful boys, and I've kind of always struggled with self-image and body weight. So in an attempt to lose weight when I was about 15 years old, I started training Kung Fu. But then that created osteoarthritis in both of my knees. So I've had pain in my knees for about 20 years, because when I was 20. And I've been dieting ever since. So relationship with me and my body, or between me and my body and my weight, hasn't always been good. When my 2 boys were born, I had emergency C-sections, so that ended up not helping at all. And then with my second boy, I had postpartum depression, so things got a little dark. So something that finally brought me to this program was the desire for change. I couldn't stand the thought of not being a strong woman, a strong mom, a happy mom, or a joyful woman for my family. So I thought I needed to try something different. And I am so happy I did, because this program is helping me put my priorities in order, and it's helping me put myself first without feeling guilty, without feeling ashamed, and I really look forward to feeling this way for many years, for a very long time, and I look forward to being more active in this amazing community. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Laura Brown. I live in Albuquerque, New Mexico. I'm 68 years old, and I've been on the Optavia plan about 6 weeks, and Jackson is my coach. I have a really strong sense of independence that really served me well at some times in my life, and at other times it's been a liability. I was widowed young with 1 son under 2 and pregnant with our 2nd son. When the grief of that incident caught up with me, I use drugs to numb the pain. I became addicted and eventually went to treatment. There I found a 12-step program for the treatment of addiction. And I have been clean from all mind and mood-altering substances for 26 years. So at that time, at the end of my active addiction, I was severely underweight. I was sick and hopeless, and my life was really a mess. So that's the only time in my life that I didn't think I needed to lose weight. So I have tried a whole lot of ways to lose weight, and none of them have really stuck. And in the last 20 years, I've been stuck at a unhealthy weight. So a friend of mine who lost significant weight on Optavia connected me with Jacinda. And because of my 12-step experience, I understand the value of a step-by-step program, of mentorship, community support, consistency, a shift in perception and lifestyle. And that's what I found here, and what fuels my hope for achieving my goals, making the shift to an optimal weight and overall health once and for all.
Hi, my name is Colette, and I want to share a little bit of my journey with you. I remember as a young girl dreaming of standing on stage, singing and speaking hope and truth into people. But then life set in. And in my teenage years, I started listening to the world tell me that I wasn't good enough and I wouldn't be able to do those things. So instead of heading into the storm, pursuing my dreams, I turned and started to outrun the storm, thinking that I could find things that would fill the voids in my life. By the time I was 45, I was so ashamed of myself. I was so broken and empty on the inside. Even though I had a beautiful family that was supporting me and lifting me up, I was still broken and empty on the inside. I was scrolling through Facebook one day and I came across a post from a very dear friend. So I reached out to her and I asked her what the program was she was doing. We chatted for a while, and I asked her for her website, and she just told me, "Colette, my website is for my clients, but when you're ready, I will help you, and I'm here for you." So that resonated with me. And in the summer of 2018, I sat down in my chair and started scrolling through Facebook again. I came across the post from my sister-in-law, and what she was saying in her post and the picture she was posting resonated with me again, and I realized that what Tanya had been telling me for the past 3 years was very true and very achievable with hard work. So I took the next step. I dove right in, and I started my journey. At first it was for weight loss, but by my 3rd month in, I had realized that this program was so much more than a weight loss program. It was helping me face the problems in my life and helping me to become the person that I was meant to be. So I took the next step in my journey and I started coaching because I knew with all my heart I needed to share this with others. It was like in that moment that God reached down and He said, "The earth needs her. I have given her her family, I've given her her children. Now I'm giving her these friends to sit around her table, to push her and to pursue her, and she was made to be. It is through her perseverance and her desires and her testimony that they will come to know me and the fullness of my glory." So find your 5, link arms, let's head into the storm together. And what is next?
Do you have a hard time getting out of bed in the morning? Have you been kicked when you're down? Do you feel tired? Are you lacking energy? Does your body hurt? Do you feel fat and frumpy, worthless? Do you feel like life is just passing you by and that it's never going to get better than it is right now? Well, if you do, then you and we may have a similar story. But I've got good news. 10 weeks ago, I started on this program with the help of my amazing coach, Jacinda Moffett, and I feel amazing. I feel for the first time so much joy and so much happiness. My body doesn't hurt. My skin has improved. My hair's improved. My sleep has improved. I've lost weight. My body has improved so much, and my health in just a few short weeks. And you too can have that. So I'm here to tell you that there's hope. You can be happy. You can be healthy. You can come into a place where you're living your life again for the first time. You're excited to get out of bed. This program has so much to offer. And I'm so excited about my results and the way that I feel that I decided to become a health coach myself. So if you're looking for something to improve your health, to feel better, to lose some weight, this program can do that for you. And I'm so happy to be able to share that with you. I'm wishing each and every one of you love, happiness, and health. Thank you for listening.
Hi, my name is Mike Sofka. I'm an extremely competitive person. As I grew up, I played all sorts of sports, which I do to this very day. As the years passed, I found myself gaining more and more weight. It got to the point where I had trouble tying my shoes without losing my breath. I knew I had to do something. So, as many of you have probably tried, I did diet after diet after diet. It would work for a moment, and I would put the weight back on. Luckily, my wife introduced me to this program. Let me tell you, this is the real deal. Not only am I able to gain a healthy body, but I've discovered that it's the healthy mind that is coming with it that is keeping the weight off. It's with that healthy mind that you learn what you need the program for. And so with the combination of the best community ever and the best support system ever, I'm able to get back to that competitive self that I once was. And I challenge each of you, each and every one of you, to join me in this journey of getting back your health, and that is a healthy body and a healthy mind. Thank you so much.
Hey everyone, my name is Melanie. When I was little, my dad was killed in a car accident, and my mom did the very best she could to raise me, but her love for me was very conditional and performance-based. If I performed well, she would lavish praise on me, but if I messed up, she would withhold her love from me. At a very young age, I started substituting food for her love. When I was 10, she gave me prescription diet pills. She called them magic pills, and they were. I was never hungry, and I never ate, and the weight magically melted off of me. My mom was so proud of me, and I loved her attention. This set me up for a lifelong struggle with my weight. Of course, I could not take diet pills forever, so in high school I just quit eating. It worked well. I stayed skinny, and I only ended up in the hospital a few times. Fast forward to today, I have tried every diet out there, and they all work. I lost weight, but I would eventually gain it all back. Optavia is different. It is helping me get healthy, not just physically, but mentally and emotionally too. It's kind of like therapy without the big price tag. I now receive the help, the support, and the tools to get me through the daily challenges of losing weight. It is just what I need. I still have a long ways to go. I am a work in progress, but I am moving forward. So many years of bad habits do not change overnight. I have lost 25 pounds, but what I have gained is even more important to me. I have gained more knowledge and insight into myself and the changes I want to make, and that those changes are possible. I have gained a more positive attitude. I have gained more confidence. I know now there are no limits in what I can accomplish and achieve. And I have gained some wonderful new friends who are like-minded, who understand my struggles and are willing to help me succeed on my journey. Women empowering women. I am not used to that, and I like it. So thank you, Optavia, and thank you to my Limitless family.
Hi, my name is Michelle Edwards, and this is my story. For the last 5 years, I had been following my health coach and seeing amazing before and after pictures on Facebook. I had no doubt that whatever she was doing and selling was working and helping people. Skip ahead 2 years, and I found out that I was diabetic and had to start poking my fingers. And I got so tired of poking my fingers and the pain that it would cause, and every day having to monitor my sugar levels, that it just became my life, and I started not liking my life so much anymore. Well, along came the pandemic, and we were issued some stipend for COVID. And I asked my husband if it would be possible if maybe I could take that money and start this program, because I had no doubt it worked. And I was wanting to be able to get a new lease on life and feel healthier. And I want to tell you that within 3 months of being on this program, I was able to stop my medication, and I am now not even in the diabetic level. This has changed my life, not only physically getting those extra pounds off, but mentally allowing me to get my life back and knowing how to best handle situations in my life. I owe this program everything. And looking back, if I'd have done it 2 years earlier, I would have never become diabetic. I urge you, if you are thinking about starting a program for your health and for your life, this is it. Let me help you. Let's do this journey together. We've got a lot of people out there who are suffering and need us. Let's do this.
Hi everyone, my name is Bobby Locke, and I am 59 going on 60 years old this year, and I have been a nurse for 39 years, plus a little bit more I think, and worked in lots of different fields in the nursing career. Currently I am in my most challenging role ever, which is a public health director. As you can imagine, this past year has been very trying and extremely stressful. No matter what your perspective is on COVID, during a pandemic, I never thought I would be working through a pandemic in my nursing career, but here I am. So the stress has been difficult for many people, but being a public health employee definitely has created challenges. So as far as my past struggles, weight has always been a struggle of mine all of my life. When I was a youngster, my folks were trying to help me, of course, but ended up taking me to the physician. I was on prescription pills. Turned out they were thyroid medications and amphetamines. That was at a pretty young age, all in the name of losing weight. I have tried every Weight Watchers, Slim Fast, Nutrisystem, South Beach, you name it, I've done them all. I lose pounds, but then I gain pounds. And I also tried a local, it was a dietitian who ran a program locally, and I tried that, and it had similar packaging foods like Optavia has, but it did not have the built-in resource of the support and just the support mechanisms that Optavia has offered, and that is why I have opted to go down the Optavia road with all of you. I lost 50 pounds on that program. It worked for me, but again, like I said, the sustainability of it was, it just wasn't sustainable. You know, just learning how to reintroduce foods and doing it in a manner where you can maintain yourself, that was also lacking. So basically, between the stress of last year, which was the topper of it all, and my history with weight issues, that's why I am here now. And also the mental health stress that this past year has had on me and my body in general. I have lots more aches and pains and different things happening that, yes, I'm getting older, but it's all happened within this past year of stress. So I believe that that is why I am here and why this was presented on my path. After spending some time visiting with my future sister-in-love, Margaret, and she introduced me to what she was doing, and then we had a meeting with Jacinda, and here I am. And I'm very pleased that I made this decision. I feel good. It is a slow loss, but it, I believe, is going to be a more stabilizing loss and a sustainable loss. So I am excited as far as my future goes, and I am looking forward to losing, obviously, more weight. I'm only about, this is my 5th week right now. So I'm, I guess, a newbie, but I feel better already. My joints feel a little bit better, and I'm looking forward to my arthritis improving as well. So physical, obviously, mental, therefore, that comes with it. And just looking forward to the future and seeing what's next for myself and for everyone. Okay, thank you.
Hi, I'm Shawna, and I want to share my story with you on how I came to Optavia. Losing weight was never an issue for me. Maintaining the weight that I had lost, maintaining my healthy level lifestyle, that was the problem for me. I had been on many diets. I even contemplated having surgeries. I've taken diet medication to help you lose the weight, but there was always something missing. And I knew that the diet pills, the surgeries, the procedures that you could have done, and doing the crash diets, I knew they would never work without a healthy meal plan and without teaching you the things that you needed to know to maintain it. My sister introduced me to Optavia a couple of years ago, and I was resistant and I didn't want to sign up, but I watched her in the background and I watched her change and grow into the person that she is today. And so my husband and I decided to join her about a year ago. Optavia offers the 4 components that you need for a healthy lifestyle: the mindset, the coach, the community, and a healthy life and a healthy meal plan. And they teach you how to maintain. They don't only teach you, but they are there by your side. They're inspiring you. They're uplifting you. They're motivating you. They're picking you up when you fall. They're there to support you. Optavia has been the best decision that my husband and I have made. Together, we have lost over 100 pounds in the past year, and we keep losing. My health issues have now leveled out, and I am on the downhill on those and getting off some of my medication. Optavia is the best health plan to be on, and we are truly amazed at the results that we have had.
Hello, Optavia friends. My name is Diane Harvey. I'm a mother of 6 and 22 grandchildren and a wonderful husband who supports me in everything I do. I am so grateful to be a member of this limitless group and the things that I learned from all of you. Thank you so much. My background is that I had a terrible accident in 2019 where I was in the hospital and in rehabilitation and then recuperating at home for most of that year. I wasn't very mobile, and I did try to eat very healthy. I've been gluten-free, dairy-free, and sugar-free for about 6 or 7 years, and I thought for sure I could keep the weight down. But as the months and the days went on and I wasn't mobile because I was recuperating, I realized that I was gaining weight and I needed to do something about it. And I saw Michelle Edwards, my friend, post on Facebook about her releasing weight and the transformation that I could see. It was something that I knew that I needed to check out. So I've been a member of Optavia since January, and I am releasing weight slowly, but what I'm learning that is such a blessing to me is the transformation of the mindset. And I look forward to learning more about that as time goes on, and helping my family and helping others transform their lives as I transform mine. And I am loving every moment of that transformation.
Hi there, my name is Ellie. I was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes in June of 2012. As a result, I switched my degree and ended up graduating from Fort Lewis College with a bachelor's in exercise physiology. The real pain for me began when I was told by my physicians that reversing diabetes was probably not an option for me, and that not only would I always be on some sort of medication, but I would continue to need more and more over time. I tried several diet attempts, and although I was able to lose some of the weight, it was a revolving door of success followed by failure. A mutual friend of my coach and I suggested we meet up and talk about this new program she had started to coach, and the rest is history. I remember as we went through my health assessment, I had already decided that amid a pandemic where I felt like I had no control over anything, this was the leap of faith that I was ready to take. And here we are 9 months later, 60 pounds lighter, 12 dress sizes smaller, the best mental health I have ever had, and no more diabetes. In the future, I am ready to help others on their journeys, and I'm looking forward to training for a Spartan race in the future.
Hi, my name's Lynette Sofka, and I'd like to share this personal development program with you and what it's done for me. Back in March of 2020 is when I discovered that I was really not set up to face the kind of predicament that I was put in. I have been doing hair for 31 years, and my salon got closed down, completely shut down. And I didn't have time to prepare for it, nor did any of the rest of us. We all just kind of got hit with that thing. And it took me back to those fearful days when I was raising my girls, and I was uncertain and unsure how I was going to pay my rent and how I was going to keep a roof over their heads. How I didn't know how I was going to feed my kids sometimes. So what I did know was how to work hard. So I worked really hard, and I worked really long hours. And you know what? My kids did okay, but you know what? I also missed out on valuable time I will never get back. And so if I could tell a single mom now what I know now, oh my gosh, I would so send them to this place right here that we're at right now with this program. It develops you as a person. It will help you develop your children. It will help you make a living from home where you can spend time with your family and you can do it at your convenience. Don't get me wrong, you'll have to work hard if you want a big business, but this is hope. This provides hope for people. Hope when hope was lost. I found it. I found it through this program of personal development. It helped me develop myself. It helps me develop other people, and it helps me help people grow. And that is priceless. There are no limits to what we can do together.
Hi, my name is Jacinda Moffett, and my background is in corporate wellness and fitness. I'm also an ex-figure competitor, and I have always been passionate about helping people create better health. But what I did not like about my job is that I couldn't create better health from the inside. And I also didn't like that people would come to me and say, Jacinda, your body is perfect, and your nutrition is perfect, and your life is perfect. They were judging me on the outside of my cover. Some of them had already decided that they would never be able to reach the fitness and nutrition and great life that I had. What they did not know is on the inside, I was suffering. I was suffering with food addiction, family relationship issues, struggling with my own self-worth, and setting boundaries with myself and others. I have always struggled with listening to my inner voice and also believing that I was deserving of good things. Well, about the time that I was searching for ways to create overall health with our employees, somebody entered my life who did not judge the outside of my book cover. And I linked arms with her and this company. And with the 4 components and the structure of this program, I've been able to guide others and myself to freedom. I've helped hundreds of people lose thousands of pounds off their bodies and in their minds. I've lost mine in my head. I have found the freedom to discover the leader within myself, the freedom to give myself permission to not be perfect, and I have the freedom to be aware and in control of my thoughts and actions, and the freedom to now know how to choose me. When I first started coaching for this company, I just wanted to create overall health in people. Little did I know I'd be helping myself in ways I could never imagine. I will always be grateful to this experience, and I'm excited for what's next.
Hi, I'm John Trancatella, and my background is, well, it's varied. I was in the casino business, I've done HR, I'm an actor and a director here in the Bay Area of California. 6 weeks ago, I reached out to, I was connected with Jacinda Moffett, started the program. About 6 weeks I've been on it, and that was 25 pounds ago. So I don't want to say that I lost those because I don't want to find them again. I released them, and I also released fear that I couldn't do it, fear that I needed some kind of emotional crutch that food had become, that and physically I was feeling very, very bad. I am a sober alcoholic. I'm a member of a 12-step program, and there's a lot of correlation between food and other drugs and alcohol, and I didn't really see that until recently, when I realized that this was a rough year. The pandemic was tough. It's been tough on a lot of people, and one thing I realized was, no matter what that sense memory is about the food, it's never gonna have the same effect it did as a kid. And I just eating healthy and also changing from the inside out. I mean, it's great, to let go of the weight, feel better, be able to wear, stuff that I couldn't wear because I had gotten too big. That's great. But really the internal change and learning about the community and meeting people that are like-minded, it's just wonderful. 6 weeks ago, I also bought a bicycle, and I live on a hill in Oakland, and I could not get up that hill. And now I ride every day, and I get up the hill very easily, even with a backpack full of groceries. So my goals for the future are to climb many more hills, both figuratively and real hills, to be able to ride that bicycle well into my ripe old age, and to be healthy and vibrant and enjoy life and really, and also help others, and continue to serve others. That's really, my motto. And so anyway, thank you.
Good morning. Hello, I'm Tricia Jacobson, out here on a very windy day.
I was born in Dallas, Texas on November 18th, 1950. I've been in Durango 30 years now. I love it up here in the country. Sorry about all the wind. I was a tall, skinny kid, taller than everyone in my class. Always was tall and skinny. And then I had my son and I needed to lose weight. I think he was about 4 before I decided to go do something. I joined another plan. It's still around. And I thought I lost about 30 pounds, and I thought it was the only way to do this. I actually went to work for this company for 12 years, and it is a good plan, but it's not nearly as good as Optavia. Once I found Optavia, I was hooked. I knew I would never do anything else. I've lost 17 pounds, but I lost a lot in between my ears, and I've also gained a lot in between my ears. I get support every single day from my coach. My coach is Jacinda Moffitt. I get a lot of support from my grandmother, Tanya Crosby. I hope you'll give this a chance. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name's Dan Nyman, and I'm an Optavia client. I worked industrial construction for the last 30 years, and I was the type of guy that could eat as much of whatever I wanted and not gain an ounce. Anyway, like most people, about 45 I started gaining weight. Well, I tried dumping meals and this and that, and never did do anything real serious about stopping it or losing it. And consequently, I ended up about 50 pounds overweight. I retired last year, and I was disgusted with the way I looked and the way I felt. And along about January, I seen that Jacinda made a post that she was going to have an 8-week health program. So I sent a text and got on board. Well, here it is 10 weeks later, and I'm down 30 pounds. I'm feeling better than I've felt in years. I'm changing my habits to make better decisions. And I'm looking forward to helping my friends and family, because I feel better. I want to thank my coach and all of the limitless community for the support. Thank you very much.
Hi everyone. Who is Amber Morris? Well, first off, I am a 46-year-old woman that lives in Durango, Colorado. I am the wife of a beautiful man named Robert of almost 12 years now. I am the mother of 2 honorary boys named Sheridan and Wyatt, ages 10 and 6. So that gives me a lot of my why. Those are the 3 most favoritist people in my life, my boys. Plus I have a dog named Samson, don't forget Samson. But I came to this community with most of my weight loss journey already behind me. I got to a point in 2017 where I weighed 182 pounds. And on a 5'4" frame, that's hard to hold. So I was in such pain I couldn't even get on the ground and play with my kids. I could get down, I had a hard time getting back up. I was also to the point where I was letting it affect my marriage with my husband as far as the intimacy time. I just didn't feel sexy anymore. So enters COVID 2020. My business of 16 years is shut down, and I really lost my identity. And it wasn't until I met a beautiful woman named Jacinda, and I decided to, for my birthday, I gave myself a present. I joined this community, and I was looking for hope. I was looking for a way to regain my purpose in life. And Jacinda, she had me, I asked the question as far as, well, who am I without the wild horse? And she turned it around and said, well, who are you? And I will never forget that conversation, because she made me realize that I am so much more than just the owner of the Wild Horse Saloon. Yes, the owner of the Wild Horse Saloon brings me lots of joy, but I have a lot more to offer this world, and that's where I started my coaching journey, because I know that I can give back a lot to moms, wives, and business owners that are looking for a better way out. So, sorry this is a little long. Love you guys. Thank you.
Hi everybody, my name is Debbie Ager, and I'm happy to share a bit of my story. I retired from the corporate world of a healthcare system in January of 2020. I was looking forward to a Mediterranean cruise, spending time on the river at a family cabin, traveling across country to visit family and friends, and just simply relaxing. Then the coronavirus hit and put all those plans aside. In lockdown, I began to regurgitate my life for the past many years, and what was I going to change moving forward? I consider myself to be a fairly strong person. I survived neighborhood bullies, high school peer pressure, moving, a bad marriage, divorce, raising 2 young children, a career change, the stress of building a new relationship, marrying my Harley dude cowboy, blending our 2 families, having 2 more kids, and then the unthinkable happened. We lost our 18-year-old son to injuries sustained in a tragic car accident. So with all that and more of life along the way, how was I supposed to move forward and work through my grief? My weight issues have been for as long as I can remember, but dealing with my emotions included food, as I didn't know how to heal my now broken heart. Believing the weight was something I could actually control, I began to look into a few weight loss programs. I came across a Facebook post by a friend I knew from another program. I connected with her, and she in turn brought in her coach. They shared with me the Optavia tools and how it could help me to achieve a healthy weight as well as improve a healthy mindset. I was also introduced to the wonderful Limitless community, which has helped me realize I am not on this journey alone, and it has given me the boost I needed to look inside myself and to like what is on the outside. Each day I pause, take a breath, and celebrate what I have accomplished, knowing it is never about finishing, it is about refining. Just like fine wine, I get better with age. Thanks all.
Hi, my name is Helen Henderson, and I am the mother of 6 and the nana to 3. Most of my background is in the food industry, and now I've taken a new shift and I work in a medical office, and I'm also a health coach, working to be certified. I had a period in my life, 29 and a half years when I was married, and I never felt like I was needed or sometimes even wanted. And one of the hardest things I ever did was walk away from that. And in the process of that, I've realized several things about myself. During that process, I was able to see on Facebook with Ron and Mindy Flake, and they were great examples to me of what could be achieved when you choose yourself and choose to do something for yourself. I now have been on my program for 1 year and 3 days, and I'm very excited about what I've been able to accomplish and what I'm learning. I reached out to Ron and Mindy last April, and within the matter of a few short days, I started my program, and I never have felt better. It's been something that was completely put into the right place and the right time for me for what I needed. And I do know that I thought it was just about weight loss, and I've come to realize that for me, I've had to work on more of what I believed about myself and what others thought about me than anything else. And with the 4 components, it showed me how I could put all the puzzle pieces together to be successful. I'm still working on myself, and I will be every day. But I can see that I have a great future ahead, and I'm able to decide what I will and won't have in my life. And I'm able to learn what I want to put into place where, and what's important to me. And I'm not sure what's going to happen in the future, but I know it's going to be great. And I know that one of my favorite things is to be of service of others and help guide in any way possible. And that's something that I've really enjoyed with the program when I chose to decide to coach. And I'm really excited about the future ahead.